people, and I want to share this with you because I've really got to get you into the art. And this is where your first handout comes. Now, just let me give you a really good concept here. Many of you may have heard this already, but you've got a huge sheet. Just refer to the huge sheet. And I want to give you a very quick summary here of what I do instinctively when I negotiate. I change gears. Okay? I am the ultimate chameleon. I have this ability that I've crafted. It didn't come naturally to me, but I learnt very rapidly that you massage people through their hearts, not their heads. I realised that if I wanted to be a brilliant negotiator, I had to be liked, and people like people who are like themselves. So I actually became like them in some ways. And I wanted to show you in my way, which is birds and animals, because I want you to remember this, not just go out there and what was that science, some concepts of how you classify people. The first type of person you'll see, and this was definitely me and Harvey Norman, because you know what my sign was on my door? Take no prisoners. Our favourite saying was, with the buyers, please don't judge me, I want blood on the walls, boys. Jerry used to sit about where Dale was. Every second word that came out of my mouth with a supplier was the big F word. And I would scream so loud that Jerry and his wife, Katie Page, used to hear it. I was this person on steroids. Not the greatest thing in the world, because you take that quality with you when you go home, and it's not really fantastic for marriage. One thing that I learned is you can't treat your wife like a supplier. Okay? I didn't know how to switch it because I was just always on. I was on the boil all the time. I was on fire. You got no idea. I used to go out with my wife and we used to buy something and I had to give the money back to the person because my wife was appalled by the deal that I got. Because I didn't marry a normal wife, I married a pastor. Do you get that? And I go, wow, this is amazing. So I want to show you the first type. It's an outward person. And they're very results driven. Right? So they are in this quadrant. They are called an eagle. And by definition, an eagle is really a bird that doesn't want to flock with people. They're independent. They are incredibly, sometimes some would say egotistical. They love to win, don't they? They like to score. They like the touchdown. I used to love the touchdown. I used to do the dance in the office. I'd go, wow. And all the boys used to get up and go, wow, we're doing the dance. Because they were all little bit eagles. They love to win. Now, here's the point. If you have a look at the eagle and go to your sheets, have a look at how you would negotiate with them. If you wanted to build common ground, talk about outcome and results theirs. They appear confident, assertive, cool, distant. They're fast and no nonsense. They sometimes dress in darker colours. We call them power colours. Okay? Strong voice, abrupt. Have a look at their theme song. Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. Incredible. Now, if you look on the next page, just in a nutshell, they're fast, aggressive, and abrupt. They're quick and decisive, no messing about, good to do business with because ultimately of their quickness. Now, if you were to negotiate with an eagle, here's what you've got to do. You've got to show them how they're going to win. You're going to show them by allowing me to get this how your business is going to improve. The key is making them look good from a results perspective. And you know what they do? They love to haggle. So sometimes start really low. Embarrassment is a tactical weapon of a great negotiator. It is. Children know how to do this. They're brilliant. They will embarrass you in Target, won't they? You know, they're in the, I remember Ellie, 6 years old. We're not going to Target, are we? So no, because in Target they had a Barbie aisle. You ever seen a Barbie aisle? You seen a child in a Barbie aisle? Lays on the ground, starts to actually carry her across, makes a big scene. Soon as they get what they want, they stop. Here is the principle. Embarrassment is used by a child as the ultimate tactical weapon. I've got to do embarrassment sometimes. Next type, just so you're aware, is up here, is you've got peacocks. Okay, now peacocks are outward focused and they're into people. So they're a little bit, I'm a bit of a peacock now, much more the peacock than I ever used to be, because when you're a speaker, being an eagle doesn't always attract you to everybody. Okay, because you're not really nice to everybody. And I'm actually a lot more cool and relaxed because life is a marathon, not a sprint anymore. And I realise you've got to get through life and get to the other end, and you've got to enjoy people and relationships, because eagles can be real hard people sometimes. They're hard to live with occasionally because they're so focused, they're so determined, they go, oh, got to get there. And maybe success is about getting money, but, prosperity might be about not who's got the most, but who needs the least. Interesting. Okay? Okay, but anyway, I want to talk to you about a peacock. Now, what is a peacock? Peacock, it's all about image. The bird peacock aptly describes the personality, doesn't it? What do we know about the personality? Peacock is how do I look in front of other people? Now, if you were to look at the peacock on your sheet, and I'm not going to go through this sheet because I just want to give you some sound content. If you go to the last page, or the other page, in a nutshell, peacocks will talk the leg of a chair, bite your tongue and do lots of listening. Oh my goodness, do they like talking about themselves? The only reason they listen is their turn to talk next. So what do? You allow them to talk and get inspired by their talk. Get emotionally involved in them. Get incredibly kinesthetic because they love inspiring people. Very much into image, very much show and tell, negotiation approach. If you are negotiating with a peacock, can I make a suggestion? You get everything in writing. They have a notoriety of actually saying, yes, I'll do that for you, but then they could deny it later on. One of the key skills that I used to do in negotiation is with a peacock, which many sales reps were. Remember, a good sales rep is probably going to have a peacock-like quality, true? Because they like selling, they like people. Is they have this enormous ability not to remember what they've just agreed to. One of the keys that I used to do that worked brilliantly was confirming the negotiation via email. And I used to CC it to everybody in the organisation. I've just anchored the deal before I got the deal. And then they said, but we can't give you that. I said, you must. I've just emailed it to every one of our people. Now, if you don't have all those people, just make them up. Have a CC list that's like extensive. We've just sent it to our people. I think that's important. I told you I got some little tricks here. I'm gentle as a dove, wise as a bit of a serpent sometimes. I get this because I've got to play in this world.